President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the Presidential Advisor for the Urban Planning, Major General Amir Sayed, where they discussed the executive plan to develop 1,000 villages nationwide. Presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said that the President asked for the consolidation of the national project to develop the villages within the framework of sustainable development that targets the Egyptian countryside to raise the capabilities of the infrastructure of those villages in all aspects. The project aimed at changing the reality of life for the citizens of those villages to the better and in a comprehensive manner. The meeting also witnessed the review of the details of the general plan of the national project to raise the efficiency of 1,000 villages. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi asserted the Egyptian support to the Palestinian cause and confirmed that the efforts will be continued to regain the legitimate right of the Palestinian people to establish their own state according to the international legislations. The President's remarks came during his meeting with the Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi and the Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Malki, and with the attendance of Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri. The meeting also focused on means of reviving the peace process, as well as resuming the Palestinian talks to solve the crisis. For their part, the foreign ministers of Jordan and Palestine expressed their appreciation for the Egyptian role to support the Palestinian cause. Foreign ministers of Egypt, Jordan and Palestine agreed to resume the peace talks and negotiations in a bid to reach just and comprehensive peace in the region. These came during a tripartite meeting between Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri, Jordanian counterpart Ayman al-Safadi and the Palestinian counterpart Riyad al-Malki. Details in the upcoming report.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri, Jordanian counterpart Ayman al-Safadi and Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Malki held a tripartite press conference to discuss the latest developments of the Palestinian issue as well as a number of regional files of common concern. Shukri said that the conference aims at discussing the Palestinian cause and means of reviving negotiations that could lead to the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. The Foreign Minister hailed President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's talks with the two senior officials, stating that they reflect the Egyptian firm stance to establish the Palestinian state. In his speech, the Palestinian Foreign Minister hailed the deep brotherly relations between the three countries, adding that Egypt and Jordan have always been the main supporters for the Palestinian issue. Al-Malki also valued the efforts exerted to overcome the obstacles hindering unity among Palestinian parties and achieving reconciliation. He further affirmed Palestinian leadership's keenness to maintain permanent coordination with the Egyptian and Jordanian leaderships in all Palestinian diplomatic moves in regional and international forums. Moreover, Al-Malki stressed on the importance of an Arab initiative as a reference for the Palestinian cause.
The Arab Parliament rejected the European Union Parliament resolution on the human rights situation in Egypt. Speaker of the Arab Parliament Abdulrahman Al-Assoumi said in a statement that the resolution is an unbalanced and unacceptable interference in the sovereignty and the internal affairs of Egypt. Al-Assoumi also pointed out that the resolution contradicts with the principles of the United Nations on non-interference in the internal affairs of the states and the declaration of the international law. Egypt's Senate strongly rejected the decision of the European Parliament statement, considering it an offense to the human rights file and a pretext to interfere in the Egyptian affairs. The Senate believes that the statement regarding the situation of human rights in Egypt does not have any transparency or objectivity. It also stressed that the European Parliament did not have the right to issue provisions without an objective view, adding that the state implements the constitution and the laws that are in line with the international conventions. Earlier, the Egyptian Parliament, headed by Parliament Speaker Dr. Ali Abdel Al, condemned the European Parliament statement, The Egyptian parliament also criticized the European Parliament's intervention in the issues of the Egyptian judiciary. The United States authorized the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine for emergency